Oh, all right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another 10-minute tips. Connor Rhodes from Slum Society, and it's a Saturday, so I hope you're having a nice weekend. I hope you've got nice plans. Good luck to us as well. England tomorrow in the football. We're in the final. It might actually come home. Can you imagine? I hope it flipping does, because we invented it, didn't we? We invented this flipping game, and we've not been in the final since, is it 1966? Which sounds like a joke, but it's actually true. Let's go. Let's go, team. Let's go, team. I'm not even the biggest football fan, but it is actually an unprecedented time, isn't it? Anyway, today's 10-minute tips. We're splitting down into two sections. First, we're going to talk a little bit about losing strength and maybe fitness and muscle while dieting, and what's the deal with this and what can we do about this. And another question from another listener, what's the hype with vitamin B12 injections? So let's go. Let's go. So the first topic comes from one of my actual 6 Steps to Slim members, so shout out there, one of my actual coaching clients. She's joined the program recently, she's changed her food extremely well, her weight's coming down really nicely, she also exercises as well, this lady, which that's just flipping great, isn't it? But she's been commenting to me and checking into my program, checking in with me basically. Just saying that she's losing a little bit of strength in the gym. She's just feeling a little bit tired. She's feeling a little bit worn down and her strength's just going down slightly. So I just wanted to chat to you about this like I chatted to her about it, as I think it's an important topic to understand. The first thing you need to understand about this is that it's normal. It's normal, literally. You know, if you're dieting, aka losing weight, aka calorie deficit, aka not eating enough, that's how dieting works, doesn't it? You eat not enough food, calories, and then your body's forced to suck some out of its own body fat and then burn them off. If you're not eating enough, how are you supposed to perform your best? Just makes sense, doesn't it? You're not going to be able to run as far, probs. Probably you're not going to be as fast. Okay, maybe you can't do as many sets, or maybe you're not as strong, or maybe you don't keep up with the class as well as you usually do. But it's okay, honestly. Just firstly, it's normal. Secondly, don't worry about it. Not too much. Fat loss is a difficult thing, and if it's working, it's working. If it's going well, it's worth it. Okay. Strength training professionals like powerlifters or bodybuilders and stuff like this, they lose strength and stuff while dieting too. It's normal. Professional athletes, they lose strength and speed and endurance and stuff while dieting. It's just literally normal. It's just normal. And the reason you don't have to worry about it is because when you stop dieting, when the fat loss is finished and your calorie intake goes back up to around that calorie maintenance level, or if you're like most people in the Western world, you start overeating again and then all the weight comes back, but that's a different story, isn't it? That's a different story. But when your calorie intake goes back up, your strength will go back up. Any muscle that you've lost, which is unlikely, to be honest, most muscle loss that they show in studies is actually just carb loss from inside muscles from having less carb on the diet. It's not actually muscle loss. There's things we can do about this anyway, which I'm going to mention to you in a second. But anyway, any strength that you lost, any muscle that you lost, any fitness that you lost, it'll come straight back. It'll take like 2 to 4 weeks after you finish the diet and it'll come back. It's not a big deal. It might even come back better. It might even be a positive rebound where after your body's in a healthier and happier position, you might be able to build strength and muscle and fitness quicker and faster and better. So you might even make extra progress after, you might have lagged a little bit because you've been dieting, but then you finish it and then boom, we start racing forward in a better position. It's a real thing. It's a real thing, so I wouldn't worry about it too much. What can you do to mitigate strength loss, fitness loss, muscle loss while dieting? Number one, you can keep your protein intake up. This fuels your muscles and gives them what they actually need to sustain themselves. That's absolutely great, so go for a good protein intake. Whether you're a meat eater, an omnivore, a fussy eater, a vegetarian, a vegan, an anything eater, whatever eater, keep your protein intake up. It's good. Second thing you can do is keep your exercise up. Exercise safely, please, because if you're feeling tired, don't feel like you have to do as much, or if you can't lift as much weight, don't force yourself because you might flipping hurt yourself. You only need to do like 1/3 of your normal exercise volume, aka amount. You only have to do like 1/3 of your normal exercise amount per week to maintain your muscle strength and fitness. Building muscle strength and fitness, difficult. Maintaining muscle strength and fitness, not that difficult. Just like literally 1 session a week, not even that intense. You'll maintain, don't worry about it. Maybe you'll lose a tiny bit, but it'll come straight back, no big deal. Keep up your exercises because it's good for your health. Keep up your healthy protein diet. You could keep up your carbohydrate intake as well, going super low carbs when you're trying to focus on your exercise too is not necessarily the best idea, so make sure you've got some healthy carbs in there, like some potatoes, pasta, some bread, some stuff like this. Also, what's my top tip from the top? The number one dieting tip to help you with your long-term and short-term success and success overall, weight maintenance, weight management and all that stuff. Oh my Lord. I'm going to say it once again, you need to take diet breaks as well. You need to take maintenance breaks. You need to take maintenance days and extended maintenance periods, aka times when you increase your calorie intake on purpose and remove the calorie deficit to allow your energy to come back up and your exercise performance to come back up and your cravings to go down and your hunger to go back down, and then you continue with the diet afterwards. Try and do it in one go from the start to the end. You'll either fail and you won't make it to the end because you'll burn yourself out, or you'll explode at the end and then regain it all back like everyone does. So you need to take it steady, and you need to put in those maintenance breaks and those maintenance periods as well. Hopefully that makes sense. We're exactly 5 minutes in, so I'll just make a note and then we'll switch over to the next topic because that's decent timing. What's the hype, question says, with vitamin B12 injections? My immediate response to this was, hype? Like that, like with intonation on the end. Hype? I'm like, what hype? Hype on B12 injections? I mean, you leave me on a comment. Maybe I get different Facebook adverts to you or something, but I don't know about no vitamin B12 injection hype. Do you? What are they saying? Is vitamin B12 the new keto now? Is it the new nutritional Jesus? Because not really, I'll tell you, not really. What do we know about vitamin B12 hype? I don't know much. What do we know about vitamin B12 and its injections? Only all of the things. So what do we need to know? Vitamin B12 is an important vitamin, sure. It's for blood, nerves, cells, DNA, energy levels. So it's for your flipping cells and DNA. That's only all of the things, isn't it? That's only every single thing that you've got. So vitamin B12, flipping important. Most people don't need to worry about it too much. If you have a healthy diet, you'll probably get enough vitamin B12 anyway. Mostly food sources for vitamin B12 are animal products. We're mostly talking meat, fish, eggs, dairy. So if you eat good protein diet, like we've already spoken about, get your meats, fishes, eggs, dairy, your animal proteins and animal products into your diet, most people will be fine. Most people, that'll get them by far enough vitamin B12 and you'll be fine. If you're a vegetarian or a vegan, or if you don't like eating meat or dairy products don't agree with you or something like this, you can get a multivitamin. Most multivitamins have loads of B vitamins in them because it's cheap, honestly. So you can get a multivitamin. Even if you do eat meat, you could still get a multivitamin if you wanted. Vitamin B12 is a water-soluble vitamin, which means if you get too much of it, you just pee it out. So you can't actually really do much damage with it. So if you take a multivitamin on top of your normal diet and you don't actually need that vitamin B12, nothing will happen. So it's not a big deal. Most people get enough though from meat, fish, eggs, dairy, stuff like this. If you feel like you don't eat a lot of meat, fish, eggs, dairy, or you're not getting enough from that, then you can get a supplement. That's not bad. Get a multivitamin. Any standard multivitamin should be fine. If that doesn't work or that isn't working for you, then you might need the vitamin B12 injection. Some people don't absorb / metabolize vitamin B12 very well at all. So some people, they actually do get it in their diet, but it doesn't get into them properly, if you understand. These people need the injection. You can go to your doctors, they can do like vitamin level tests and stuff like this. Hopefully you try and alter your diet first and try and do like dietary interventions to try and fix it first and try a multivitamin. Then if that doesn't work, they can give you injections. But what's the hype? There's no hype. It's not like vitamin B12 does anything magic. If you have the injection or the multivitamin or something and you suddenly feel magically better, it's not because vitamin B12's magic, it's because you had a deficiency. You've either got the right amount or you don't. That's literally how it works. You've either got the right amount or you don't. If you don't, it needs fixing. Some people need to fix it with an injection. Most people are fine with just a healthy diet. Some people need a multivitamin. If you've got fine vitamin B12 levels and then, for example, you take the injection on top, what will that do? Nothing. That's why there's no hype. Because if you actually don't need it, then it won't do anything. If you do need it, then it's not hype. It's real because you had an actual nutritional deficiency physically affecting your actual well-being. So that's why you feel better. It's not hype, really. It's a real thing, and that's it, really. That's it. Healthy diet or a multivitamin, or you can get the injection if needed. That's the game. Speak to your doctor if you feel like you need the injection. That's 10-minute tips. Connor Rhodes from Slum Society. Thank you so much. If you want help with your fat loss, fitness, or food, or working on your health and happiness, I offer group coaching. You can become one of my 6 Steps to Slim members. There's 200 of us. Come on down. It's literally one of the most positive and supportive and motivational places you can ever imagine. It's fully online. It's an online community headed by me. We've got a 2-week free trial as well. Or if you want personal, private, professional support, I also offer one-to-one coaching. You can hire me as your personal nutritionist as well if you want to. If you enjoyed this content, give it a little love heart for me or leave on a comment. Let's help spread some good information around the internet. Thank you so much. I appreciate your time. Speak to you and I'll see you again soon.